In question number 11, we have the square root of a negative 45 times the square root of negative 75. So I'm going to rewrite these, a little being flexible again with how we can write these. This is the square root of 45 times the square root of a negative 1 times the square root of 75 times the square root of a negative 1. And the square root of negative 1s are both going to be written as I. So I'm going to rewrite in order square root of 45 times the square root of 75 times the square root of a negative 1 times the square root of a negative 1. Multiplication is commutative, so I don't care what order I put them in. This way I can kind of look at these square root of negative 1s together. And this is an I and an I, so it's I times an I. And I'm going to convert that into I squared, like that. And I'm also going to make sure that I don't forget to reduce that I squared, so I'm going to take care of that right now. If I is defined to be the square root of a negative 1, then I squared, if you remember, if we square both of these sides, then I squared is equal to a negative 1. So my substitution for this is I squared is always a negative 1 times whatever I get from my answers out of here, which is the square root of 45 times the square root of 75. So we got to make sure that we simplify these things as well. So the square root of 45, I've got to be thinking of perfect squares that divide into 45. And one of the numbers that pops in my mind right away is that 9 is a perfect square, and 9 times 5 is 45. 75, I think of quarters in 75. That means I've got 25 times 3. 25 is a perfect square that is a factor, or will divide into 75 evenly. 9 is a perfect square that divides into 45 evenly, and that's the purpose of writing those like that, times a negative 1 yet. So now I'm going to remove my perfect squares. The square root of 9 is more simply written as 3. So I've got 3 times the square root of 5. The square root of 25 is more simply written as 5. So I'm still multiplying all these things together. It's just that I'm going to write it in a different form. Times the square root of 3. Still times a negative 1. Well, 3 times a 5 is a 15. So I got a 15 on the outside. On the inside, well, I got a square root of 3 and a square root of 5 and a square root of 3, which is the square root of 15. Still times a negative 1. Or if I finish up all the multiplication, I've got a negative 1. I'm just going to rewrite it. Negative 1 times 15 is a negative, bring it back down, negative 15 times the square root of 15. Solution, or simplest form.